Millionaire Fast Lane. The Millionaire Fast Lane is one of the best-selling books written by M.J. DeMarco, who claims that you can get rich quickly. I can assure you that this is not one of those scammy books that promise to make you rich overnight. This was one of the eye-opening books for me personally. It completely changed the way I invest my money. If you are an entrepreneur-minded person who wants to get rich quickly, enjoy life while you are young, and create the business you love, then this video is for you. In the first part of the video, I will summarize the author's strategy for getting rich fast. And in the second part, I will talk about 5 rules that every entrepreneur needs to follow. According to the author, there are only 3 types of financial roads you can take. Number 1, the sidewalk. Number 2, the slow lane. And number 3, the fast lane. The people who take the sidewalk are living well today, at the expense of having more security tomorrow. As the author explains, the sidewalkers see debt as an asset, and they value spending over saving. More importantly, sidewalkers live a life of instant gratification, and they don't plan for the long term. It is important to note that being a sidewalker doesn't mean that you are poor. There are plenty of rich people, like athletes and celebrities, who make a lot of money, but they spend like there is no tomorrow. The second type of financial road that most people choose to travel is called the slow lane. The slow laners sacrifice today so that they can be better off in the future, and it is the opposite of the sidewalk. This is also another poor choice, because wealth is best enjoyed when you are young and healthy, not after decades of a soul-sucking jog. Slow laners sacrifice their Monday through Friday so they can enjoy the weekend. This is like trading $5 for $2. Another problem with the slow lane is that they hope that their long-term investment in compound interest will make them rich. However, compound interest does most of its work at the end of the waiting period. When you take a look at the chart that shows investing $10,000 with 15% interest will yield $2.6 million in 40 years, that sounds great. However, what most of the slow laners never realize is that your investment is $662,000 in 30 years and $163,000 in 20 years. Meaning to say a huge portion of the money is accumulated in the final decade when you are already very old. Do you really want to be a 65-year-old guy driving a Ferrari? I'm sure you want to drive it when you are young and full of life. However, it's very hard to do if you are in a slow lane. The author says that holding a job will limit your wealth. Apart from that, the experience you accumulate is limited. You will learn much more about running your own business in a month than working for someone else for a year. Plus, you have no control over your income because your salary is greatly dependent on other people. The author also warns his readers about the advice from financial gurus. Some so-called gurus rarely get rich following the advice they give you. In fact, these gurus get rich by writing books and selling seminars and courses. When you take financial advice from people, make sure what they teach you is something that has actually worked for them. The third type of financial road is the fast lane. The fast lane is all about business, entrepreneurship, and building wealth rapidly. Some examples for the fast lane can be a business you create, innovation you make, the software you build, systems you create, etc. The fast lane is all about get rich quick. The fast lane is all about business, entrepreneurship, and building wealth rapidly. Some examples for the fast lane can be a business you create, innovation you make, the software you build, systems you create, etc. Fast lane is all about get rich quick. But that is not the same thing as get rich easy. It will take a lot of work, and you might spend 10 years focusing on your business before you reach the kind of success that you want. The benefit is that once you've reached your desired level of wealth, you will have the freedom to do whatever you want for the rest of your life. The fast lane mindset requires that you be accountable, not just responsible. Being responsible is admitting when you are at fault for something and constantly improving. In the fast lane, you can increase your income, even double it. But that's not possible in a slow lane. Next time when you go to the office, try asking your boss to raise your salary from $2,000 a month to $4,000 a month and see what happens. And in terms of building wealth, the goal is not to do the heavy lifting, but to create a system that does it for you. Again, this doesn't mean avoiding work, but it does mean being resourceful and optimizing and automating relentlessly. For example, let's say you have to build a pyramid out of heavy stones. The slow lane approach is to carry the stones yourself, one at a time. Of course, this will take decades. The fast lane approach would be to spend the first few years designing something to move the stones for you. A crane, a pull system, whatever. After your upfront investment, the pyramid will be easier to build once you have your machine. The key to the fast lane is producing instead of consuming. Instead of buying products on TV, sell the products. Instead of digging for gold, sell the shovels. Instead of looking for a job, be an employer and hire for jobs. When you switch your thinking and roll from a consumer to a producer, you will join the fast lane to create wealth quickly. You might think that rich people are greedy, but in reality, poor people are greedy. If you think a little bit, you'll see that in order to be rich, you have to help others. You have to give back something. You have to build something for others. You have to improve something in society. You have to produce something. You have to invest something. Another interesting topic that the author talks about in order to become rich is called the law of affection. The law of affection says that to make $1 million, you need to help 1 million people. Of course, it does not have to be precisely 1 million people, but I think you got the point. The more people you help, the more you give to others, the more you receive. At first, this might not make sense, and you can say, how can helping others and giving more make me rich? For example, you can say, if I go out right now and give $1,000 to 100 people, how will it make me rich? You're right. It won't make you rich. Most probably, people who receive money from you will run to the shop to buy something that they don't even need. Then what is the good form of giving? For example, let's say you create some type of product that helps older people. This would be a very higher form of giving. This is why Jeff Bezos is richer than the lady you saw yesterday in the post office. Jeff Bezos has built Amazon, which helps millions of people to shop safely and easily all around the world. But the lady in the post office is mainly helping herself and her family. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to belittle the lady in the post office. If the lady wants to help herself and her family, there's nothing wrong with that. But according to the law of affection, she will not be rich because she's not impacting and changing the lives of many people in a positive way. In the second part of the book, the author talks about 5 rules that you must obey if you want to build a successful business. You can also use this as a checklist for existing businesses to see how strong the foundation of your business is. If you study any successful business 9 times out of 10, you'll find that they are following these 5 rules. The first rule is need. The only reason for a business to exist is to solve a problem. When problems are solved, money is exchanged. If you solve problems, make things easier, remove inconveniences, provide better service, satisfy wants and cravings, you have honored the rule of need. You think something so simple would be so obvious, but unfortunately, it isn't. Today, the great entrepreneurial idea is to do what you love and follow your passion as if the market cares. The market does not care. If you have what I want, you get my money. Passions, love, and your dreams to own a Lamborghini are absolutely irrelevant.